Hey, welcome to Calgary Basement Sessions. I'm Ben Price.
And I'm Ben Montgomery.
And today we're talking to Olivia Rose. Olivia Rose's life has had an ever-present soundtrack of legends like Loretta Lynn, Tanya Tucker, and most recently Miranda Lambert and Maren Morris, influencing her love of country music. The music from these iconic women of country impacted Olivia so deeply that she began pursuing a career just like her idols. Gaining over 60,000 streams on Spotify within the first 6 months of release, her latest single, Put It Like That, has been added to Spotify editorial playlist Live Country, Down Home Country, as well as to Sirius XM's Country Station, and in rotation in eight country music stations across Canada. Produced by CCMA award-winning producer Bart McKay, Put It Like That perfectly embodies the feelings of young love, trepidation, and reckless abandonment all in one.
Know how to use the smile. Know how to make me laugh. You say I drive you wild, and if I take your hand, you'll take me higher than I've ever been. Boy, you make it so hard to not take you back. When you put it like that, kind of don't sound so bad. Like there's nothing that we can't say. You break my heart away, it's time to even last. When you put it like that, it sounds like a dream. Anytime everything in this blue as the town is out, making me believe. And I can't tell you why, but I fall for it every time when you put it like that. And you know all the lines. You know I can't resist. And when you say you're mine, it almost makes me forget all of the things that you've done. And I almost move on, and you go and say you need me back. 'Cause when you put it like that, the kind of love don't sound so bad. Like there's nothing that we can't say. You look in my heart, it's time you last. When you put it like that, it sounds like a dream. And you promise everything, and it's blue as the town it's all making me believe. And I can't tell you why, but I fall for it every time. When you put it like that, then I'm gone, and I keep holding on, boy. I feel like we might get it right. 'Cause when you put it like that, kind of love don't sound so bad. Like there's nothing that we can't say. If we get my heart away, it's time you last. When you put it like that, it sounds like a dream. And it promised everything, it was true as the town I make me believe. And I can't tell you why, but I fall for it every time. When you put it like that, yeah. When you put it like that.
Wow, that sounded great.
Fun fact, that song actually just hit 100,000 streams on Spotify this week.
100.
That's awesome.
Wow. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the streams. Like, so yeah, in
Sure.
the first 6 months, you had 60,000 streams on Spotify.
Yeah, within the first 6 months it was 60,000, and then it kind of just took off a little bit within these past few months, and it hit 100,000 streams, I think, 2 weeks ago, and I actually believe today it might be at 103,000. So
Wow,
that's really
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
insane. Yeah. So how did you how did that happen? Like, did you get your song into like a Spotify playlist or what?
Yeah. Oh, it's at 104.
104.
We'll add a live ticker to the bottom of this episode so we can see.
Yeah. So, yeah, basically, like it said in my bio, it originally, like as soon as it was released, it got onto 2 Spotify playlists. Actually, the first one was Live Country, and then a few months later, I think it got onto the other one, the Down Home Country playlist. And I actually had the really, really amazing opportunity to get it onto Sirius XM's country station.
That's
Wow.
wicked.
Yeah, I was able to make that connection with Julian Tuck, is the guy that runs those country stations,
Right.
through my friend Vel Osmak down in Toronto when I went to the Canadian Country Music, the CMI, Canadians. Oh my God, there's too many things. Music Incubator.
Nice.
In Toronto. Yeah, so it got on some Spotify playlists, it got onto Sirius XM, and then I've had some really great support from country radio in Alberta and all around Canada. So.
That's fantastic. That's incredible. Yeah, like, well, I'm from Scotland, and country music isn't big at all in Scotland, you know. So it was weird, like sort of like listening to country music on the radio every single day, you know, as soon as I came over here, you know. So and it's massive over here. I didn't realize how big it was in Alberta, you know. Yeah,
It's huge.
it's
Calgary
massive.
specifically.
Yeah, Calgary specifically. Yeah,
We
because
love
like
our country.
because like from a foreigner standpoint, country music you think of like the States,
Mhm.
you know. I don't
Yeah.
you don't really think of Canada,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, because you got the huge names down in the States, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah.
Bret Kissels, those guys are huge to us, but in the States.
Yeah.
It's a whole other level.
Brett who?
Yeah.
Well, the only country artist that I am aware of is Wheeler Walker Jr. I listen to his stuff a lot.
Oh,
Yeah. I like that. I like that sort
Can't
of stuff.
possibly be the only one you're aware of.
Well, I've played some country songs when I was on cruise ships and
There you
stuff.
go.
But yeah.
you're aware of me.
Yeah,
so.
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, that's fantastic. That's incredible. So, so what's the process of getting onto sort of Spotify playlists? Did you get contacted by Spotify, or what was the process in that?
Yeah, basically when you're releasing a single, within the first, before it's released for a few months, you have it like uploaded into the Spotify system, and basically you can apply it to any playlist that you think you could fit on. And there's these people at Spotify that nobody knows who they are because they keep them secret. So no one bombards them with emails. But they're the editorial playlist makers, and they choose songs that they believe will fit on their playlists, and they just put them on there.
That's fantastic.
So you have to search through and say, I think my song will be good for this list and this list and this list,
Yeah,
and then
you
they
can.
go.
Yeah, you can do that and like submit it for certain playlists.
Right.
Like, we'll just submit it and
Gotcha.
we'll pick it. if
Okay.
they want.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. So, tell us about the awards you've won. You've won quite a few awards, and you were nominated for Rising Star and Female Vocalist of the Year at Alberta Country Music Awards. So, tell us about the awards you've won.
Yeah, so I've been nominated, as like you just said, for some Alberta Country Music Awards, but I've won some awards right here in Edmonton, Edmonton just the Edmonton Music Awards. And so I've won Rising Star twice in a year, which was crazy when I was 17 and when I was 18 years old. It was actually a really funny story. The year after I won my first Rising Star, I was nominated again, right? But I was sitting in the seats, and I was actually really cheering on my friend Haley Benedict because I thought that she was going to win it. Because I was like, there's no way they're going to give me a Rising Star award 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
I'm literally sitting in my seat, my name comes on, I'm like, yeah, whatever, and then it says Haley's name, and I'm like, wow, yeah, Haley!
Yeah.
And then they announce the winner, and they say Olivia Rose. And I'm sitting there, well, what?
Wow, that's awesome.
Huge plan or anything, and my mom was like, get up there, go. And I was like,
That's
so, yeah, I
incredible.
got up there. I was like, oh my God, thank you. Like, I don't have anything planned.
Wow, that's incredible.
And yeah, that was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I got given an award from Don Iveson, which was really cool. It was the CN Mayor's Youth Award back when I was 17 years old. And that was really incredible because it was actually my school that nominated me for that. So high school picked me out from all the artsy kids going to Victoria School of the Arts, and nominated me for it. And I got to go to City Hall, and there was a huge award show, and I got to go up there and shake hands with Mayor, and yeah, it
Wow.
was cool.
Here's a key to the city. There you are.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I actually own Edmonton now, so.
That's incredible. So, like, how did they? So, did you just get contacted by the EMAs and just to say that you've been nominated for this award? And
No, you have to apply. It's
okay.
it's not that bad of an application process, but you have to go in, pick the categories you want to be nominated or you want to apply for to be nominated for, and then actually it would have been last week that they would have announced the nominations if they were going through with the EMAs this year, but
Right.
they aren't,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So they can't have a ceremony, so they're like, no awards.
I know. I was like, well, just do it online.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do it via
Jeez.
Zoom, Facebook. Yeah.
People still have music coming out. There's no
No.
reason you can't say this was good. Here's an award.
This was, like, my best year with Put It Like That and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what the nominations would be. But
That's too bad.
Interesting. Yeah,
we do.
yeah. Okay, you've been doing a lot of like Facebook Live performances as well, haven't you?
Yeah, lots of Facebook Lives, lots of Instagram Lives mostly. And I actually just did one yesterday for this competition I'm in called The Shot.
Okay.
Originally it's Toronto based, and originally it's all filmed live and stuff like that. But this year they're doing it special online
Wow.
type of thing. So
Okay.
yeah, so actually this is a good plug for me. I'm trying to get into the top 40 right now. I think I'm within the first round right now. There's like 100 artists right now, and we're going to the second round. So there's a voting process. If you go to my Instagram at Olivia Rose _ music, and click on the link in my bio, you can vote daily on multiple devices if you have, and yeah, try and get me in the top 40, which would be really, really cool. It's an interesting competition.
So what do you win? What do you win in this competition?
Basically, this is why it's really cool. It's kind of tailored to whoever wins it. It's kind of whatever you need. Like if you need a manager, if you need
Oh.
money to record, if you need it's kind of, they learn who you are as an artist and take you along with it. Kind of like how Project Wild was.
That's awesome.
They kind of they tailor it to the
Yeah.
artist in it.
That's insane.
That's
Wow.
awesome. How did you get to be a part of that show? Was there
Yeah,
an
so
audition?
basically, they had auditions that you could send in a clip,
Okay.
and then they also were doing Instagram live auditions.
Okay.
So I kind of staked out on their Instagram,
Nice.
waiting for them to go live, and then when they went live, you just request to go live with,
Oh.
and then I sang them a song, and he was like, "Yes, you're awesome, you're in."
That's so cool. That's a cool way to do that.
That's really
Yeah,
cool. Wow.
Yeah.
It was a live audition, but
Mhm.
like the
Wow, that's insane.
um,
So tell us about you're releasing a new single.
mhm.
Tell us about that. Tell us about the process of like where did you record it and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so the next single I have coming out is called Gold, and everything was kind of pushed back a little bit. I was actually supposed to be on tour in Ontario right now. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And so I was really excited because I was going to release it and then go on my Ontario tour because I've had tons of support out east there. And so kind of got pushed back a little bit. I'm trying to figure out how to make it a little bit more special again, so that it's not just another here's another song, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Had to push back a little bit, don't know the exact date, but I actually recorded it at the same time I recorded Put It Like That. So it's been in the bank for a while now. I got recorded with Bart McKay, who is a CCMA nominated and award winning record producer. He's worked with Bret Kissels and some other really, really cool names.
Wow.
And,
How did you manage to work with him?
well, actually, he's been following me on social medias and stuff for a little while, and we've had a connection. And then I introduced myself to him at the CCMAs a few years ago, and we kind of kept in touch. And I let him know that I loved his stuff, and I sent him some of my songs. And he actually sent me. We agreed that we wanted to work together, and so I sent him some recordings of my stuff. He also sent me some other songwriters' songs to listen to. And we figured out that my songs were pretty matched with the stuff that he was getting, and so we were like, might as well just record my own stuff, you know. And so, yeah, we got in the studio. We recorded here in Edmonton to do the bed tracks. That's the bass, the guitar, stuff like that. And then I actually got to go to his in-home studio in Saskatoon
Wow.
to record vocals, which was really cool because it's like in his basement. He has all these awards around. And he has like the Bret Kissel like gold single, and
Wow.
yeah, it was really, really cool. And he's a super nice guy.
That's incredible. It must be pretty nerve-wracking, like going into like that guy's house with like all those awards and stuff, and he's worked with so many, like, you know, massive artists and stuff. It must be super nerve-wracking, you know.
Yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking. I don't know. I've been in studios before, but he was just really nice, and he made everything super chill. And the only nerve-wracking part about it was that I had to record 2 whole songs with the harmonies and everything in basically 1.5 days.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
So we worked from like 8 a.m. until 11 p.m. the first day, and then yeah, probably 8 a.m. till about 3 or 4 or 5 p.m. the next day.
That must take a toll on your voice if you're singing for that long.
Yeah, it did. I was a little bit sick at the time as well.
Oh, really? Oh, jeez.
Since he was all the way in Saskatoon, I actually didn't have a driver's license yet. My mom drove me. And so, yeah, we were like, well, we don't want to make this trip twice.
Yeah.
So let's all count. Let's see how much we can get done. And I kept care of my voice. He made sure that I was good the whole time. And yeah,
Amazing.
we
That's fantastic.
made it happen.
What a drive. Edmonton to Saskatoon. Ugh,
How long is that drive?
it's about 9 hours.
9 hours.
Flat,
All
and there's
flat, nothing going on.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So that's like, to put that in perspective. So 9 hours. That's in the UK. That's from Glasgow to London. So that's basically the whole of the UK. You drove. Yeah. Wow. Oh, your mum drove.
There's one gas station / Chinese food restaurant in all Sask, and that's about all you hit on the way from Edmonton to Saskatoon.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
It's good though.
Yeah. It was worth it.
Yeah, worth the drive.
Times.
Wow. Yeah, thanks, Mom. Yeah. So you mentioned you were going to go on tour in Ontario. Is that pushed back, or is that completely cancelled?
Basically, all of the shows that I was going to do have been canceled.
Right.
So completely canceled until next year. So we'll
Right.
see. There's actually still one show, one festival that I'm still playing. I can't announce which one it is yet,
Oh.
but they pushed it back till September. But if you keep an eye out on my Instagram and socials, you'll be able to see that.
Nice.
Insane. Fantastic.
Yeah, so I'll still get to go out to Ontario sometime this summer, which is nice.
That's wicked.
That's amazing. Yeah.
We also, I heard yesterday through an acquaintance that the Calgary Country Festival, Country Thunder,
Yes, Country Thunder.
has not yet canceled.
Really?
They're still trying to power through. It's probably not looking too good, but the board has been like, no, we're gonna do it the best we can. So
Good
you might get the chance to do, a
Yeah,
little
good
bit
for
more.
them. Because the Stampede's cancelled. isn't it?
Stampede's canceled,
Unfortunately.
but
Yeah, Stampede is
Country
very.
Thunder is still trying to push through.
Yeah, so it was Edmonton Folk Fest. They had to cancel
Yeah.
for like kind of like the same thing as Calgary Stampede. I mean, not as many years, but Folk Fest has been going on for like 50, 60 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like the first time they've canceled.
Yeah.
Well, this is my first year in Calgary, so I was looking forward to
What
the
a year.
Stampede. I know. I was looking forward to Stampede, and it's obviously not happening anymore. Yeah, so I'd have to wait till next year. Oh well. So tell us about your experience going down to Mexico, because we did a wee bit of research, and you went down to Mexico to build some houses. Yeah.
Yeah,
All on
so
our own.
I got the opportunity to go do that with Bret Kissel.
Oh,
So-
wow.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. Basically, I met Bret Kissel back when I was 15 years old because he asked me to play at his festival that he was starting in St. Paul, Alberta, called
Nice.
the Centerfield Music Festival. And because he grew up in St. Paul, Alberta, and I grew up in Elk Point, which is only 15 minutes away.
Okay.
Yeah, I performed there, and then he invited me back the next year with a full band to do another show. And so, yeah, basically him and Brett Wilson, who was on Dragon's Den, and he's this huge businessman. They are really good buddies, and Brett Wilson has supported Bret Kissel for many, many years. And every year, for a lot of years, they plan this mission trip where they get together 50 or 60 country music artists from
Wow.
Canada and the States and bring them together and pay for their flights, their food, their housing. And they go down and they build these houses for needy families who are in need. What's the organization called? This was a few years ago now. I don't remember exactly what the organization was
Is
called.
it Homes for Hope?
For home.
Yes, Homes for Hope. That's what it is. Thank you. But basically, it's really cool because they interview these families. They make sure that they have enough income to be able to support having a house and power and stuff like that. They're just helping these people get back on their feet.
Wow.
And so yeah, we went and we were split into 2 teams. I was on Team Bret Kissel, and we put together 2 houses in 1 weekend. So I was down in Tijuana for 1.5 days, basically, with flying and stuff.
Wow.
But it was really cool because we got to stay in really, really cool hostels, and we got to go have one night we had like a 5-star meal, and then the next night we had a bunch of the locals came and made us some traditional Mexican food,
Wow.
which was really cool. And it was an insane experience. I was also only 17, so it was the first time I'd ever traveled alone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure it'll be a scary experience.
But it was really cool because we flew down into what's the city that boards Tijuana? We flew down into the city that's in the States that is right beside Tijuana, and actually got on a bus and drove across the border
Right. Okay.
instead of flying directly into Mexico. So yeah, it was a really interesting experience. It was really cool.
Wow. So if you need a house built, yeah,
Call me
phone you. Yeah. So-
I can definitely build
So,
a house.
so what did you have to like have any like sort of experience like in like carpentry or anything like that, or was it just
No,
like
I wasn't the youngest one there. There was a girl like who was like 10 years old because her dad was a performer.
Wow.
Basically when we get there, like all of the materials are already like cut out for us. It's basically like playing Lego. Like we just put it together. They
Right,
just
I see.
needed manpower to do it.
Right.
wow?
And then painting and stuff like that. And then we also got to go into town and like buy a bunch of stuffed animals and a bunch of like groceries and toilet paper and stuff like that to put in the house when it was all finished. And
That's fantastic.
yeah, it was a really, really cool experience because these families also came and helped us build the house as well.
Yeah.
So we got to know them, and at the end we all kind of gathered around and like sang a song, and the family thanked us and said a prayer, and it was really, really heart-wrenching. I cried.
Yeah, I bet.
Very rewarding.
Definitely, yeah, that's fantastic. So, were you down there for like a weekend or a week, or how long were you down there for?
Yeah, it was just a weekend. It was like we got there, dropped our bags off,
Straight to work.
went to the house, built all day Saturday, and then went to bed, got up, built half the day Sunday, and by sundown on Sunday, we were celebrating the house. And then we were back on a plane Monday morning.
Wow.
That's insane.
What a turnover.
Yeah, what a turnover. Yeah, straight
Pretty
to
cool.
work. Straight to work with a hard hat on. Oh,
Yeah.
Here I go.
Here we are.
That's fantastic. There's funny you should say that. There's like up in the north of Scotland in the Shetland Islands. There's like these sort of what do you call it, like IKEA style houses, right? Where it's sort of like Lego, like you put them together. And
Like
aye, and there's a bloke on the island that there's only it's one guy that builds a house, and it takes a week to build a house, right?
Wow.
And what you do is
Get these
yeah,
people.
I know exactly. Yeah, we'll send you over, and send Bret Kissel over. But yeah. So what you do is you design your house online, and you like the dimensions and stuff. You can choose the color and all that, and then because Shetland, the island of Shetland, is closer to Norway than it is to Scotland. So, what they do is it's built in Norway, and then they send it
That's not
over.
very IKEA.
Well, you know, it's close to Sweden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Scandinavia, and
Pretty
yeah, and then they send it over via boat, and then have one guy on the island that builds your house anywhere. Aye, literally,
Pops it up.
yeah, aye, anywhere, both.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like there's just houses just plonked in the middle of like the side of a mountain. You know, it's nuts. Yeah, but you can just go online and buy a house. Which I thought was
My
cool.
fun fact is that I once did Spotlight for Bret Kissel.
Ah,
Hmm.
No way.
that's
Yeah.
cool. Where was
How managed to do that?
A union call.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Huh, I didn't know that.
not bad?
Wow.
I've done a lot of work.
Yeah. So Ben's on.
Basically, best friend.
Yeah, basically, I followed him around for hours.
Just showing them
Yeah.
magic
Wasn't
tricks.
no with the light. Wasn't creepy at all. Yeah,
That's awesome. You also worked at an AC/DC concert as well.
I did. That was my very first concert I ever worked.
Yeah.
AC/DC.
Wow.
Yeah, not
That's
country,
cool.
but still cool.
Yeah. That's
Still
pretty cool.
very.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So before we finish, do you want to tell people where they can find you on social media?
Yeah, for sure. So, basically everywhere I'm at Olivia Rose Music, but Facebook at Olivia Rose Music, Instagram is at Olivia Rose_music, Twitter at Olivia Rose Music, and my website is under construction right now, but you can still access it. It's oliviarosemusic.com. And yeah, my latest single, Put It Like That, is out now everywhere. Listen to it on Spotify and get me more streams would be incredible, because this is like a huge milestone for me. This is light years ahead of my past singles.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And where can people go to vote for the shot contest?
Yeah, so if you go to my Instagram, the easiest is if you go to my Instagram, and there's a link in my
Link
bio.
in there. Perfect.
Incredible. So are you going to finish off with like a wee song for us?
I would love to. Yeah, for sure. I'd love to finish off with a song that I wrote last year when I was in Toronto. And it's pretty cute. It's basically just about all of the lessons I have learned in my short almost 21 years of life. And kind of just how you gotta take it and roll with it, and it's called Little Lessons. You only got one life, don't waste it on Facebook, trying to prove that you're in the right. You only got one heart, and if he breaks it, turn your phone off if you're drinking liquor. And if you find yourself in a heated conversation, and you realize that you're in the wrong, it's okay if you get a little bit frustrated and you walk away right after you drop that old F-bomb. It's okay if you ain't always acting perfect, and it's alright if life just doesn't go your way. There's a couple little tricks and ways to ease up on the pedal. Learn the morals of your story. Let all that drama settle. Take your wins where you can. Take a breath and start reset. Don't hold that grudge, just forget it. Even if that shit's upsetting, life is full of little lessons. Your Instagram ain't instant gratification. It's just an artificial snap of someone's life. And if you feeling cute, but you might delete it later, well, don't count your worth, count on all your links. And if you had one hell of a long day at your job, and those golden arches seem to catch your eye, and that drive-through doesn't look like it'll stay too long, well, I ain't judging you for getting extra fries. And it's okay if you ain't always acting perfect. It's alright if life just doesn't go your way. There's a couple little tricks and ways to ease up on the pedal. Learn the morals of your story. Let all that drama settle. Take your wins where you can. Take a breath and start resetting. Don't hold that grudge, just forget it. Even if that shit's upsetting, life is full of little lessons. Even if you're always falling is just one good deed away. And it's okay, you ain't always acting perfect. It's okay, your life just doesn't go your way. There's a couple little tricks and ways to ease up on the pedal. Learn the morals of your story. Let all that drama settle. Take your wins where you can get 'em. Take a breath and start reset. Don't hold that grudge, just forget it. Even if that shit's upset and ugly, cry when the end gets you. Kiss that boy if he lets you. Seize the day and don't regret it. Life is full of little lessons.
Thank you for tuning in to Calgary Basement Sessions.
If you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps us out.
And please follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram at YYC Basement Sessions.